Long before balance sheets, quarterly earnings calls, or economic forecasts, one uncomfortable truth shaped every civilization that touched wealth. Prosperity does not make societies stronger forever. It makes them comfortable. And comfort changes behavior. This pattern isn't written in spreadsheets. It's written in history. Welcome to the hidden ledger, where money, power, and time expose what systems try to hide. Across centuries, cultures, and empires, the same rhythm keeps repeating: expansion, consolidation, extraction, decline. Not because leaders are always corrupt, not because people suddenly become foolish, but because incentives shift quietly and most don't notice until it's too late. Every rising economy begins the same way, with pressure. Scarcity forces discipline, survival demands cooperation, effort is rewarded because effort is necessary. In these early stages, productivity is real. Work creates value. Trade expands naturally. Institutions remain lean because inefficiency is expensive. Trust is high, not because people are virtuous, but because they must rely on one another. And that trust becomes the foundation of growth. But success changes the equation. As wealth accumulates, survival fades from memory. Risk feels optional. Discipline feels old-fashioned. Systems built to serve productivity slowly begin to serve themselves. This is where the cycle turns, quietly. The productive base remains, but power moves upward. Decision-makers grow distant from the conditions that created the wealth they manage. Rules multiply, administration thickens, extraction becomes easier than innovation. At first, nothing seems wrong. Revenue still flows, markets still rise, institutions still function. But underneath, incentives are shifting. People begin responding not to creation, but to positioning, not to value, but to access. Returns come from navigating the system, not improving it. This is when economies feel strongest and become most fragile. Governments expand alongside prosperity. Programs grow. Expectations harden into entitlements. Public spending increases, not to produce more, but to maintain the appearance of stability. To fund this expansion, the state turns to familiar tools: higher taxes, borrowing, and eventually debt disguised as policy. At first, it works. Economic activity continues, confidence holds, the burden feels manageable, but incentives respond faster than policymakers expect. As taxation rises, effort declines. As complexity grows, compliance weakens. As extraction increases, trust erodes. The economy doesn't collapse, it disengages. People work less, not out of rebellion, but calculation. Innovation slows, not from lack of talent, but lack of reward. Capital looks for protection instead of opportunity. The system becomes heavier and less productive. To compensate, authority expands, regulation tightens, enforcement grows more expensive. But coercion can never replace cooperation. This is the moment most societies misunderstand. They believe the problem is insufficient control. In reality, the problem is insufficient belief. Markets don't run on rules alone. They run on confidence, on trust that effort will be rewarded, that participation is worthwhile. When that belief weakens, no stimulus package can restore it. Modern economies assume they've escaped this pattern. Better data, smarter models, more sophisticated financial instruments. But complexity doesn't eliminate cycles, it accelerates them. Debt now performs the role taxation once did, extracting future productivity to sustain present structures. For a time, it smooths the cycle, but it also deepens it. Each dollar borrowed is confidence pulled forward. Each delay increases fragility. Eventually, maintaining the system becomes more expensive than sustaining the economy beneath it. This is not collapse, this is pre-collapse, the stage where systems appear stable while foundations weaken. Financial markets reflect this shift early.
Asset prices rise faster than wages. Speculation outpaces production. Wealth concentrates away from value creation and toward leverage. It looks like prosperity, it feels like progress, but it lacks cohesion. When corrections arrive, they don't just reset prices, they test trust. Who absorbs losses? Who receives protection? Who still believes the system is fair? Legitimacy matters more than force, always has. A state can compel compliance temporarily. It cannot compel creativity. It cannot force risk-taking. It cannot command belief. When belief fades, participation collapses. This is why economic downturns feel social, not just financial. They realign power. They expose incentives. They replace old structures with new groups willing to cooperate under pressure. The cycle resets, not because history seeks balance, but because incentives demand it. This process doesn't require villains. It doesn't rely on stupidity. It emerges from normal behavior under success. Institutions protect themselves. Elites rationalize extraction. Individuals adapt quietly. Each step makes sense in isolation. Together, they form decline. The uncomfortable truth is this: no system collapses at its weakest point. It collapses at its most confident one. Understanding this doesn't grant immunity, but it does remove illusion. You stop mistaking scale for stability. You stop confusing growth with durability. You recognize when incentives shift even before prices respond. That awareness is rare and valuable. Real financial resilience doesn't come from predicting crashes. It comes from recognizing cycles, from knowing that trust is more fragile than capital, that cohesion matters more than complexity, and that prosperity, left unchecked, always rewrites the rules that created it. This is the ledger most systems hide, the one beneath markets, policies, and numbers. And this is why history remains the most honest economic teacher we have. If this perspective changed how you see money, power, or progress, subscribe to the Hidden Ledger. Because history already wrote the ending. Most just haven't learned how to read it yet.